What a week of Premier League football. It seemed like every day there was an incredible story, from Saturday with United to Sunday with Chelsea to Monday with Liverpool. We have a lot to talk about, and Josh is to the left of me or to the right, whichever way YouTube sees it. Talking about YouTube, another 15,000 likes.
We want that right now. So
and I will replace him with Thogdad.
Oh, he seems to be wanting to replace me every single video.
You're getting sacked, mate. And we're going to kick things off with Aston Villa, Everton, two managers that I've spoken about sacking, Steven Gerrard and Frank Lampard. Well, not really, but it linked. I had to say it. What a win for Villa. I predicted 1-0 and they won 2-1. So I got the goal margin correct. Great performance, wasn't it?
Yeah, oh my God. Steven Gerrard really needed that win, and hopefully he can kick on from here.
Danny Ings, that left foot banger.
Wow. The hold-up play to turn and swivel to finish that as well on his left foot. Incredible.
And credit to Ollie Watkins, who stretched out play on the counter-attack, took the ball down, set up Ings. There's a lot of chemistry between them two coming this season, and they finally kick-started with a result. Steven Gerrard needed that. I'm not saying his job was at risk. Results were turning on him, and he turned it round.
Onana created Villa's second goal. Buendia with a pressing, plays it off to Watkins. Great 1-2, and that's 2-0 from Buendia tapping it home.
It was Onana's mistake, and I was watching the game thinking, this is your opportunity to show Everton fans what you can do, and you've just committed a goal which has took you out this match.
But he turned it around by playing the ball into the box, and Digne did, of course, get his own goal. So he did kind of turn it around in some sense.
It was an Onana story that day. It was all about him. He made the mistake and made up for it with that incredible run, which turned out an own goal. But it wasn't enough for Everton to get back into the match. So what do you say about Frank Lampard? Where does he go from here? I'm hearing rumours that Anthony Gordon might go to Chelsea.
It seems like every single player is getting linked to move on right now, which is unfortunate. But hey, Frank Lampard, he needs to pick up a win fast.
Yeah,
let's hope they do so.
Iwobi playing the 8 centre mid role, reinventing himself. I think he played well. Unlucky for Aston Villa fans, Diego Carlos, their new signing, is out for the whole season.
So
Where
sad.
do they go from here? Let us know in the comments below. Swiftly moving on to the Saturday 3pms, Arsenal versus Leicester, 6-goal thriller at the Emirates. And after the All or Nothing series, there was a lot of hype around Martinelli, and it's fair to say he had a good game. But man of the match was none other
than Gabriel Jesus.
Unbelievable.
2 goals, 2 assists. This man, do not rule him out for the golden boot. That's all I'm going to say.
That's a massive statement.
Massive statement, but you see the way he played. I'm not ruling it out.
Everyone captained Salah and Haaland on FPL for Game Week 2. Who was it about?
It was about Gabriel Jesus.
Wait, you didn't captain him, did he?
I did.
You're a mug. You captain Jesus.
Absolutely, mate.
How did you know that?
I just knew Jesus was going to have a masterclass.
Unbelievable. I tell you what, he had a great game and he linked up well with Martinelli. I think his attitude is brilliant. This is his breakthrough year. If he doesn't get injured, he's going to be outstanding for Arsenal. Is this a purple patch, though? Will they continue the form?
Well, you see the fixtures coming up. They've got Fulham, Bournemouth. I can only see them getting 3 points in the next few game weeks. When they hit the Man City, Liverpool's, that's when the real test will be. But so far, keep the momentum up for Arsenal, and I hope they do well.
But Leicester City, awful defensively, no communication between Ward, Johnny Evans, Daniel Amati. The back three, complete howler. Fofana, he's probably got his eyes at Chelsea or wherever the move is. He's going to go 70 million floating about. I don't even know how you can get 70 million after watching him that game. But Maddison, great finish. He scored at Arsenal. He was linked with Arsenal, wasn't he?
Who knows what's going to happen in the future for Maddison, but he played well.
And I thought William Saliba was unlucky with the own goal.
He was very unlucky.
Overall, I predicted 2-0. They won 4-2. 2-goal margin. I'm going 2-0. I think I got that one correct. Let's go to your team, Brighton versus Newcastle.
Hold on a minute. 15,000 likes and he wants me sacked, but I will stay if we get 20,000 likes. If you like me that much, you probably don't, but smash 20,000 likes anyway. I want that.
We're just about to speak about your teammate.
I want to stay.
How unlucky was Solly March that day? He should have had a goal. Pascal Gross should have scored. Mitoma. Everybody.
There's so much to talk about in that Brighton team because we look promising this year. We started the season well. Before the game, I would have taken a point. But the XG merchants Brighton are back this season.
It's the system.
Oh my God.
Trossard left wing back. I didn't think it would roll. Lallana. Everyone's performing. Danny Welbeck probably should have scored again.
Absolutely everyone, mate. The team looks really good. I'm saying it now. We're going to push for Europa Conference this year. I know it's only been 2 games, but this team looks promising.
Who's better? Let me ask you a question. Newcastle or Man United?
Newcastle. Come on now, that's a stupid question.
Newcastle actually look good though.
They look very good. Well, not in that game.
No, defensively they were right. Fabian Shaw, Sven Botman, Dan Burn against his old club.
He played well.
How versatile is he? He could play centre back, left back, right wing back, everywhere. He did it for Brighton. That was his first game at left back for Newcastle.
It was.
And I'm going to be honest, I thought he was okay. Callum Wilson and St. Maximan were invisible.
They were ghosted, mate. When you got defenders like Webster, Veltman, he's ghosted.
All I'm saying is Nick Pope's on World Cup watch. If he performs like he did at the Amex continuously, he's going to get the call up.
All the talk was about Nick Pope before the game, and he simply delivered and had a man-of-match performance. I'm gutted. Nick Pope delivered.
Gareth Southgate, get on the line. He's quality. Would you have him in the team?
I say he's picked for number 1 still.
I'm going Pope. Wow. I'm going Pope. I love Pickford. He's England's number 1. But I want Pope in the dressing room. I feel like we're speaking about one team here, and it's not the Cherries. I'm so gutted though. Erling Braut Haaland, my captain of FPL. Many people triple captain him.
Keep crying, Fear. Keep crying. You captained him. Everyone thought Haaland would play well, and he did play well. And I'll give him credit because his hold-up play was so key to how Man City attacked that game. Created the space down the line for Foden, Grealish when he came on. Yeah, I've got to give him credit.
I think Gundo connects play so well.
Very well.
And actually, when Gundo scored and it was laid off by Haaland, his hold-up play is incredible. It's not just running on to the end of things. He can link up and connect like he's already been there for 2 years. The Norwegian is only getting better. And most people will look at that game and think, oh, well, he didn't score a hat-trick. It was a bad game. No, he was unreal. Really and Phil Foden, great positioning for the first chance, where he should have squared it to Haaland for a free goal, but he took his next chance. And he is going to be a great outlet up that left flank.
And also another player we've got to talk about is Kevin De Bruyne. Wow. And I'm putting a statement out here now. Ballon d'Or winner.
Seriously.
He is that good. He's the best player in the Premier League. He keeps delivering season in, season out. Yeah. Why not? Why is he not going to win the Ballon d'Or?
To be fair, they regularly win Prems, and it's usually thanks to him. He was so cold in that game.
So good.
Everyone bought Haaland thinking he'd be the man, De Bruyne. And by the way, he could have scored a hat-trick that day. The Belgians going to be
outside of
cooking.
the boot finish.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That
was beautiful.
Please put a photo on. Just ridiculous. The Grealish-Haaland link-up in the latter stages of the match were also interesting. Haaland scuffed the shot, could have scored. Either way, City cooked.
Yeah, and all I'm going to say is congratulations to Manchester City on winning the Premier League in Game Week 2.
Mate, I'm not even joking.
I'm not even joking. They've won it. They've won it already.
Seriously. Down to the South Coast for Southampton versus Leeds. Two teams which have been tipped for relegation from different people and pundits. They came together and surprisingly, Leeds went 2-0 up.
Rodrigo got the opening goal with an absolutely amazing flick, wasn't it?
Can I just say, this season, that Spanish lad who used to play for Bolton Wanderers and Real Madrid, two biggest teams in the world. What a finish with that left foot.
What a finish.
It was like a lovely flick. Ever since he's taken up that striker role, he's been dominant.
Even he could be going for the golden boot at this point, mate, with the way he started the season.
Mate, don't get ahead of yourself.
I know I am.
Like Leeds' defence, it crumbled.
But this is where I've got to say Jesse Marsch. I am disappointed in the way he managed that game, because in the 60th minute when Leeds went 2-0 up, he did not make any change to go a little bit more defensive. You know, the way Leeds play it, it's very high press and it's high tempo. They needed fresh legs to bring on, and Jesse Marsch changed nothing until there were until it was 2-2.
Yeah, it's not good enough. He beat Wolves on the first day and surprised everybody with the way they played absolute fluid football. Yeah. But there needed to be a plan B.
There needed to be.
They should have held that game off. When you got a 2-goal lead, you should win that football match.
You should.
Especially away from home.
Yeah.
You've got to take those points in that position. The Saints did well. Sekou Mara, incredible assist. And his shot at the end, I thought he was going to score. But Joe Aribo, to take it around the keeper, what a player, eh?
Mate, I wore a Rangers shirt in the stream yesterday, and he's delivered this weekend. He's a baller. Watch out for him this season. He will deliver.
Last, but definitely not least, my prediction was Southampton 2, Leeds 2.
Oh, congratulations, Theo.
I got this game spot on. I also said, in predictions, you can clip this, there's going to be a late goal, and it's going to be conceded by Leeds. So I got it.
What?
Bang on.
Fair play. 10 out of 10.
Bang on. West Midlands time. Wolves against Fulham. What a game. As much as it was a 0-0, lots of stories happened, and it all kicked off with an open goal miss from Pedro Neto. When you were clean through on goal, open goal, you decided to take a touch. Here's why you're a mug. You ended up missing the chance. I thought that was a given goal. I thought I was about to get 10 points on FPL. Oh, how I was very false. Very false. Very false. You missed it. How many points? Get 3. I don't want 3 points. Hold me back, Joshua.
Yeah, I've got to, mate. FPL is getting onto you, innit?
Gibbs White also missed an open goal.
And him.
Who I think is a baller, but he also got on the wrong side of Mitrovic, who's so funny, right? Against Liverpool, scores a brace, he's the main man. You go away to Wolves, easier match, you end up missing a penalty and starting a scrap. That is what Serbians do. They go from one side of the spectrum to the other, and I love it.
But how did he not get sent off? Let's be honest here. He went into that challenge very late, yellow card in itself. But in reaction, it was like he went in for a Darwin Núñez headbutt as well. I do not get it. I think it should have been 2 yellows in the space of 20 No, but listen, because Martinelli, do you remember that game, Arsenal-Wolves? 2 yellows in the space of 30 seconds? I think Mitrovic should have got sent off. 2 yellows in the space of 30 seconds for the reaction and the foul he committed.
He ain't getting a red for that.
Should be a red.
He probably would have picked up the stadium and threw it out of England.
Red card.
Mitro is a legend. I have to say, Fulham's defence is proving me wrong. They're starting to climb and understand each other a lot better. Tim Ream has always had Quakerinos in the Premier League, but he's figuring out the American centre-back. But Wolves, things are going wrong, and they've signed Matheus Nunes as centre-mid for 50 million from Sporting, so we'll see if that can help take their team in the right direction. Time for the exciting part of the video. West London, Brentford against Man United. Oh, I forgot the score. Can you remind me?
Was it 4-0?
No, it was...
To Brentford?
No, it can't be.
To Brentford, 4-0.
I predicted 2-1 United. It can't be.
It was, mate.
And the first goal, what was your thoughts?
My thoughts on that, when Ronaldo lost the ball, takes a shot, and it was all De Gea's fault. I'm not sure what he was doing. It's just a simple routine save, and he fumbled it in.
Ronaldo's to blame here.
No, do not even say Ronaldo's to blame for that.
Ronaldo's
I know he lost the ball, but you can't blame Ronaldo for literally not stopping the ball.
Josh,
like, you think save like that?
You think CR7's the go, and it's cute. You love him, fair enough. But if everything's going to go here, and the United fan base have done this, it's simple. Blame De Gea. Easy outlet, on big wages, and he didn't have a good game. I'll give you that. But for that first goal, Ronaldo dropped deep. When you're dropping deep and you're around the defensive midfield area, you do not lose the ball. Because if you lose the ball, you get countered, you could get outnumbers, you're probably costing a goal. Ronaldo hogs it, he gets tackled, they go on to score. I know De Gea made a howler, but it all starts from Ronaldo. He is the stem of that goal, and he is at fault. When Brentford made it 2-0, words won't even describe what happened. De Gea, why are you playing the ball to Eriksen?
Well, that was definitely De Gea's fault. I can agree with you on that one. Come on now.
Shouldn't have played it, and I feel for Eriksen. He should have just kicked it long. Back in the day, Rosed, easy. Absolutely. I know you're Man United, but why feel the need to play at the back? And why is Eriksen playing holding mid anyway?
Now let's talk about the third goal. The ball was whipped in, it looped over Martinez's head, and Ben Mee nods it home to make it 3-0. But who's at fault for that one? No, there's only one man for you. Do not even answer that. It's Martinez. Absolutely shocking. A centre-back who was 5'9" defending Ben Mee. I'm not sure why he's a centre-back in the first place. I don't know why.
It's funny. The whole team has a lack of pace.
Shocking.
And by the sounds of it, a lack of understanding of set pieces. Everyone should take a man and stick by them. Because when that ball floats to a back post, you should know whose job it is exactly to get that ball in your forehead and nod it away. Lisandro Martinez, out-headed by Ben Mee. He is 5'9", unfortunately, but I don't just blame him. I blame the whole defence, lack of communication. The fourth goal was a brilliant counter-attack. I've got to give it to Brentford. They were excellent.
I've got to give it to Ivan Toney for that assist on the half volley, left foot. Seriously, incredible. If Kevin De Bruyne did that, we'd be speaking for that for weeks.
And then Buemo, when Luke Shaw was behind him, to take it on his left foot was so clever, because what it did is means the defender is right. He's 180 degrees behind your back. There is nothing getting between you and the ball. He's then one-on-one, and De Gea on low confidence, 3-0 down already. You're going to take that chance. The Frenchman scored it. Brentford scenes in no longer Griffin Park, the community stadium. I know we could sit here and roast United. I'll let Goldbridge do that. Who, by the way, said Lisandro Martinez was the height wouldn't be an issue. I don't know about the third goal, mate. Let's give credit to the Bees, because everyone's roasting United. They played incredible football. From Da Silva to Jensen to Norgard, the way they, not just hard work, but also the ability to finish when need be. And everyone said, Eriksen's gone, so they're going down. Well, Eriksen played against them today, and he made them look like mugs. End of conversation. The Bees are on a roll. Nottingham Forest, West Ham. I predicted a 1-1 draw in this. Most people were predicting the Hammers to come away with a win after losing to City at home. They need to bounce back. I did not expect the atmosphere inside that stadium as the players were walking out. And by the way, the Premier League has been dying for better atmospheres. There's too many clubs in this league that do not create a good enough amount of noise to get behind their team and properly be the 12th man. I think Leeds is one, and now I can confirm Forest is another. And I was there last season when they played in the Cup against Leicester. It was different. I swear the fans actually have an effect. And when they said, "My desire is always to be here, oh City ground, you Reds." When they said that, and by the way, it sounded a lot better than I can't sing that because of copyright, so I had to just sing it out. It was insane, bro. West Ham were quaking from the moment that was sung. Ben Rama had a very good game, and he took away his chance that was then unfortunately disallowed by VAR. But I want to hear, Joshua, goal or no goal?
I think it's a goal, mate.
Yeah.
I think Antonio, as much as he gets in the way of him, I feel like Declan Rice could have still slipped it through.
Well, I think Niakite was blocked off and would have stopped that pass. So it's very 50-50. Let us know in the comments. It doesn't matter, because the way Forest turned that game round, the chance they had, Taiwo Awoniyi at the back post, he knees it into the back of the net.
So lucky.
It's lucky,
but the striker's got to be there at the right time.
And you've got to create your own luck. If they didn't score from that, maybe they would have taken another chance. A typical 1-0 win, and part of the reason I predict NFFC to survive in the Premier League this season.
But that wasn't it, Theo, because Declan Rice had a penalty. He missed it. He fumbled it.
Qatar, are we on pens? Or are we stopping?
He's not going on pens, put it that way. But Dean Henderson, fair play to him. He had a cracking game yesterday. You know, he left United. He's escaped from that dire club right now, and he's going to shine for Nottingham Forest this season.
Well, he was trapped because of De Gea's 400k something a week.
And look at
370. You can't drop De Gea. Dean Henderson will be loving seeing what's going on between the two there. Forest have a lot to look forward to in the top division. I'm excited for it. Let's see what happens. Sunday afternoon, London derby, Chelsea, Tottenham. I made a whole video on this because it was that much of a great game. It started off with Koulibaly and Cucurella linking up for the first goal.
What a link up. The ball in from the corner. Koulibaly absolutely volleys it over into the top right-hand corner. Who expected that from him?
As a Brighton fan, you must be gutted to lose Cuckoo.
No, not with 62 million in the bank, but I'm so happy to see him play well. I'm really happy that he played well, and all the best to Cucurella this season.
And when Højbjerg scored that equaliser, Conte got in the face of Tuchel.
Oh my God, it was kicking off. off big time,
That
mate.
was the beginning of the scraps. But
was.
then we saw a 2-1 goal in the 77th minute from Reece James. Great for our FPL team.
Great.
Both of us.
Yeah,
we were
we're
celebrating
celebrating that.
Let's put the clip on.
Yeah, let's put it on.
Reece
James!
Reece James! Yes! FPL! The Blues showed to me I think they can get top 4. In the 96th minute, never wait.
They were robbed. They were robbed, mate. Chelsea
Really?
were robbed. There was a foul on the corner before the actual corner, before the lead into the
Just
goal.
because you love
No,
Cucurella.
But you
love
poured on his
Cucurella.
head, it's like me going to put it in your hair right now,
Yeah,
mate.
you did.
To the
You did.
floor.
Where's the
Actually,
ref?
a
There's no
foul.
ref here. You're a mug. That goal should have
Red
stood,
card.
and it did stand. And Kane is a legend because I'm looking forward to Qatar. The
FPL.
whole game, I was worried, thinking Harry Kane, oh, he's going to be the main man at Qatar, and then he pops up with a great goal. I know he called it a winner. Bit embarrassing, but it did feel like a winner.
Of course
Every
it does,
Chelsea
mate.
fan left
No,
that game
not
immediately. But the handshake at the end, who you're
Oh
backing,
my God.
Tuchel or Antonio Conte?
I am backing Conte at full time because there's no need for Tuchel to keep hold of his hand
he
at full
did.
time.
And he said to him, he looked him in the eyes and said, "You got to look at me when you handshake."
Yeah.
And that is a gentleman's virtue. When you go for a handshake, you've got to look them in the eyes. It's out for respect. Conte didn't do that, and clearly he doesn't have respect for Tuchel because it was non-stop scraps throughout
And
the
did
game.
you see the Instagram story Conte posted that night?
That was
Wow.
pretty funny. I'm protecting Tuchel here because
Ooh.
it all started with
Did.
Conte getting the face of Tuchel from the 1-1. So either way, we love it in football when there's things kicking off. Maybe the Prem don't like it, but the fans do. And that was iconic.
Good to see some passion in the game.
I predicted 1-1 and it was 2-2. So once again, I think I've done all right
Yeah,
there.
you've done all right there, mate.
I knew it would be a draw. I think
And Sharky
it would-
predicted this one correct.
That's mad.
That is huge. And he predicted the Nottingham Forest game correct as well.
Both
he was
Sunday
on fire.
matches.
Both of them.
Let's move on to Monday Night Football. Liverpool versus Palace. We live streamed it. Our reactions were incredible. In the first half, well, actually, I'm going to say before kickoff, Nat Phillips started. And from that moment on, I said this on stream, I predicted Palace to win 2-1. And you were hating on me.
I was hating on you, mate. I thought it was going to be a clean on 3-0 Liverpool win, but
Yeah.
it wasn't to be because Eze turned up, Zaha turned up,
Yeah.
they combined.
And when Nat Phillips at the back, who hasn't played there for what, 2 years?
Yeah,
He was on loan at Bournemouth last year in the Championship. Fair play to him, but his last game in that Liverpool defence, I don't even think in pre-season he had many minutes. My mind was questioning that decision. When Eze started to kick ball, that guy just took the mick. He made some of those Liverpool players look like football wasn't their profession. Fabinho got sent back to the streets of Sao Paulo. Zaha, cold as ice, went on to make it 1-0.
And I said it was overrated before the game, and he goes and produces that. It was a great
Half-time,
finish.
1-0. You're thinking Palace are going to cause an upset here. Second half, Darwin Núñez misses a sitter. Harvey Elliott, great creativity. But then he decides to lose it in the head. Joachim Anderson, who by the way is the best centre-back
Brentford.
in the Premier League, gets in his head, pushes him. Darwin Núñez goes back and headbutts him. And I don't want anyone defending Darwin Núñez.
one.
That is always a red.
That's always a red. And do you know what? I'm going to say it now. It should be at least a 5-game ban. I know it's a free game, violent conduct or whatever, but you do not do that in football. You do not headbutt people. In a manner he did as well, because he tried to have a little dig before
Yeah.
that as well. 5-game ban at least, in my opinion.
So I was thinking, okay, 1-0 Palace, and they've got 10 men. Liverpool. I'm thinking my prediction 2-1 is going to be correct. It'll play out to be a Palace win. But Luis
But no,
Diaz,
this
the
man-
Colombian.
Oh my God.
Bro, I don't know what Lucasade was drinking at half time, but he looked twice the player in the second half.
Absolutely, mate.
With less men. And I think it's because Liverpool going forward were looking more towards the wingers than Darwin Núñez. They played better with 10 men without Núñez.
Luis Diaz ran through about 5, 6,
Yeah.
7 players, and he's in my FPL, and he puts into the top right-hand corner.
Wait.
I celebrated that so much.
You had him on FPL.
I did have him in
so
FPL.
that goal you watched live in front of our
I was cooking
TV.
this weekend on FPL.
You also had him. That must have been the best feeling in the world.
It was the best feeling, mate.
That's
to see him
mad.
run past 5, 6 Palace players and stick it in the top bin.
With 10
and
men.
the FPL with 10 men, it was special.
So let's simplify it. Have City won the Premier League? Because you said that they have.
Mate, they've won the Premier League in Gameweek 2. It's done. It's dusted.
Still going to give a man of the match to a Palace player because if you go to Anfield and come away with
I
a
know
draw,
you're gonna say.
Joachim Anderson
Absolutely.
or Eze.
He was
Eze came
rock
off.
solid.
So
No.
I'm Anderson 90 minutes solid.
He bullied Núñez the whole game, and that's what caused the reaction from him in the end.
Look, I want 20,000 likes because I feel like Josh has earned a spot.
Oh, thank you,
De
mate.
Bruyne
I want
Ballon d'Or-
20,000.
De Bruyne Ballon d'Or is good ball knowledge. You've overtaken
Ah.
Theo Baker with
Have
ball
I?
knowledge.
Have I? Oh, that's
You've
it.
gone from bottom to second
Oh, that's
bottom.
all right then. I'll go
You've
second
gone there.
bottom. At least I'm climbing the way up, all right?
I'm in
Yeah.
Division 2. I'm in Division 2. I'm
Okay.
under everyone.
Okay.
Anyway, enough of the waffle. Thank you for watching. See you in a bit. Bye-bye.